Yeah. So many sons, not my successors. So many styles that I perfected.
Don't you didn't get that right?
So many sons, not my
I think.
successors. So many styles that I perfected. I got blessings, I got blessings, I got blessings. Count your own. When I found them wrong, I had to double back. Too much love to let it fall apart. I gotta keep it all
All
intact.
right, we ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Pull and stay out of the way.
Are we
All I
rolling? We
ask, cause
recording?
nowadays it's too many
All right, so you
angles
got
for
your
them to
questions?
attack.
Yeah,
I
but
thought I
wait,
knew
let me
this
start with
life
the
to a
intro.
T.
My bad, my
It's
bad, my
really
bad.
to
You're
see. So many
the
feats for me
magnificent
to
person
defeat.
you.
I ain't even reach
Okay.
a peak. So many
Hey
fears for me to
y'all.
defeat. I stand on my 10 toes. Put my whole
Welcome
body
to
and
Firmly
soul
Rooted,
in my
where
mentor. She
discussion
give
is
that body
rooted in
mine. I
truth,
love it when
wellness,
she
and
take my
community.
soul. Thinking
Today
I'm
we have a
really the
very
only
special,
one that
special
could break
guest
my mold. Now
that
tell me
I
who's
truly
all
admire.
ready
He
to
has been
go.
such an inspiration to
Ready to
me.
go.
He is
Ready
a
to go.
soulful vocalist
Higher
who
up.
is able to reach
Higher
multitudes
up.
of people. If you have
Higher
eyes
up.
to see and ears to hear, you can
Higher up.
receive any message that he
Who's
gives.
all
I'm here
ready
to
to go?
tap in with him and
Ready
see
to
what kind
go?
of ways he
Ready to go?
goes inward.
Higher up.
He's got a performance coming up
Higher
on
up.
the 25th,
Higher up.
and I just want to have a conversation with him
Higher
and
up.
invite you guys more
Higher up.
into his story on how he's found
Higher
himself
up.
and how he gives himself to the world. So,
Who's all?
without further ado, let's go.
Who's all? Who's all? Who's
Hey,
all?
Don.
Hey,
What's
what's
up?
up? You guys did that already?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
What's
Ready
going
to
on?
go. Ready to
All
go.
right.
Ready
How
to
you
go.
feeling?
Ready
I'm
to go.
feeling great. I'm
Higher up.
feeling good.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the people?
My name
Tell
is
them.
Don Ali. I'm a multidisciplinary hip hop artist, jazz musician. Um, yeah, I'm a great person.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. So I know that you have a new project.
Yep,
It's called Slumdog Millionaire,
yep.
and you have a performance coming up on the
June
25th.
25th, June 25th at Subterranean, featuring myself, Eworks, Dialect Trey, my little sister,
Oh,
my little brother Journey G's, my cousin Tariq Amani, Coldwater. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's like some of the rawest artists that I know in the city, just all together at the same time.
yeah,
You know, so I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's got their own world going on. Like, and we just coming together to make something bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you proud of the project?
Yes, I'm proud of it. It's still I'm still in the process of finishing it. So I'm really just focused on finishing it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already working on the next project. But I am really excited about this. I think that this is gonna be different than any other project that I ever dropped before.
Mm.
Yeah.
And on that note, actually, I know your previous project was Misha.
Yeah.
So how has it been transitioning from whatever time period you were in making the music for Misha to now Slumdog Millionaire? What's like the difference within your life?
It's been natural, like I make the music as experiences come to me. So what I was going through when I made Misha was specific for that, for that music.
Hmm.
And what I'm making right now is specific in regards to what I'm experiencing now.
Yeah.
You know, Misha was just more like of a kind of like a romantic project.
Hmm.
And it was really fast. You know what I'm saying? Like people getting their feelings about each other fast. I'm not calling it love, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not necessarily falling in love with somebody. It's just, you develop feelings fast. But for this project, this is really like just a part of me that's always been a part of me in terms of just like, the hustle, the grind, and then always just wanting to become smarter, like, and knowing that that's where like the wealth is at, in knowledge and
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yes. Okay, so I heard you mention wisdom. I actually listened to the project and it's super dope, mind you. But I heard you mention wisdom, and I would love to know your relationship with wisdom and like what you've learned from wisdom.
I'm like the type of person that butt my head a lot. So some people could just look at other people and just be like, yeah, I don't need to even go over there because I just learned from that person's mistakes secondhand. But a lot of the lessons that I learned was firsthand. So I I would attribute my wisdom just to like things that I've been through in my life
Yeah.
personally, like firsthand.
Hmm.
So it's all just like anything that somebody would use to like basically attribute my wisdom to, like
Yeah.
it's because I really felt something about, something that happened, to me or to somebody next to me. But it's just experience. I
Yeah.
just think wisdom is experience and like, really being heartfelt. Like you really care, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so say there's a person who struggles with listening to wisdom. What's something that you would like? What's advice that you would give to them to be able to obviously identify when wisdom is speaking? Because it's a lyric you had that was like a ton of wisdom, but what does it mean if you don't apply
What you
it?
mean? Yeah, what you mean if you don't apply it? And like I'm glad you brought that up because I really would. I don't got no advice for somebody who's having trouble listening to wisdom. I never listened to wisdom. I just
Okay.
live my life. Like I just live my life, and I'm like I take an active role in my life, and I don't really like seek it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely look to understand things that maybe I may not understand. Like
Yeah.
I definitely do that, but I don't think you could teach that.
You feel like it's a process of going inward?
Nah,
No?
I don't even think it's necessarily that, because I'm not like the most inward person. Like as an adult, I like to spend a lot more time by myself now. But as a kid, I was very outward, but I was still described as a wise child. I held conversations with like adults. I was in adult settings at a young age,
Yeah.
so it wasn't necessarily that I was inward. It was just like I don't know. I don't think that's what it was, though. I don't think you have to be like a real secluded, introverted type of person to like gain wisdom.
True. Yeah, I wouldn't even say like going inward means you have to be an introvert. But I asked this question too out of curiosity because a lot of conversations we have, I hear a lot of wisdom from what you say. And I know you spend a lot of time like in solitude or not, I don't know how much, I wouldn't measure it, I don't know. But like I know you do. And I know there's times where that's important in order to gain wisdom, which is also part of that experience that we tend to need.
It's
But
funny. I mean, I really know. In my eyes, I don't. I feel like I don't spend enough time by
really,
myself. Yeah, so like I don't know how it looks from the outside because I'm in it, but like yeah, I just try to put myself in other people's shoes.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just try to put myself in other people's shoes. That's it.
Oh, and that's where the wisdom comes from or
That's just a part of some. That's just something that I do that I think allows me to seem omniscient in some way, you know what I'm saying, or even mysterious, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
feeling as though like you're more than just one thing, you're more than just one person,
Mm.
you know.
Oh, I like that.
What's song? I got some on my lip. Every time somebody do this,
No.
every time I'm across on
No.
somebody and they do this, I be like, is it me? Is it me?
No,
It's
if
not.
anything, I'm checking if I got lip gloss.
I'm not. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Too.
Thank you. Okay, well, on the note of being in somebody else's shoes, this is another question I have for you. So, when it comes to your creative process, what is it like when you're collaborating with others? Because I know you got a lot of features on there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got at least like six people on that
Man.
project. I usually don't have people on my projects.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have nobody on Misha. I didn't have anybody on. I remember when no one was listening. I don't think I had anybody on the project before that. But I, me and my cousin Tariq, like he's been he was on the first like album that I dropped, Giving Up, and he was the only person on there.
Yeah.
But like, that's my cousin. That's my grandfather's like sister's son. Like we're blood related. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Very similar too. But now when it comes to collaborating with people, I just give people autonomy. Like if you want to do however you want to do it, I don't really care. Like
Yeah.
I don't care. Do what you want to do. Um, well, no matter what happens, because I'm connected to it, it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people that I'm connected to are also great in their own right. So I just try to extend as much trust to my collaborators as I can, because the worst thing that you could do is inspire self-doubt in somebody that you're working with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, that brings me to another question. There's a lyric that you had where you said, I'm too afraid. I can't stop." If you can remember verbatim what you said, it was something along those
Um,
lines.
I
What
think
was
you're
that
talking
song?
about gas pedal. I love this ish. I don't know if you can cuss this one yet, but
I appreciate that.
I love this ish. I can't stop, because I'm afraid.
Right.
Um, I remember when I lost it all, I gotta stay. I got on this journey for the God, I gotta stay. Um, I don't really like to speak on my fears too much, but
Okay.
just I was really reflecting on a time when I was really there's like to give context, when I was 19 I overdosed. And at the time I didn't have any music out. I didn't have anything. Y'all want to be in the music video? What's going on? Hey, you gonna wave?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, cool, yeah. Hey, little kids. But yeah, nah, yeah. When I overdosed, that was a time when I didn't have really anything to show for it, and a lot of people who know me now wouldn't even recognize me. I was just a different version of myself,
Yeah.
and everything that I aspired to do, I hadn't really done it yet. I felt like I had just wasted my whole entire life. So I say, like, I love this. I cannot stop
Yeah.
because I just don't want to be what I was. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that again. I don't want to experience that ever again. I don't ever want to I don't want to let up on the gas at all. I think that what I experienced just made me want to be more like relentless,
Yeah.
in my pursuits.
Now, I know that takes having boundaries, but then also like being disciplined with those boundaries. But then you're
Mhm.
talking about not stopping. And with boundaries, there's a certain limit. So, like,
Mhm.
what kind of boundaries do you set in order to make sure you can keep going?
Yeah, I mean, like, ambition is great, but it's not everything, and that's something that I realize. I think that in my family we move a lot. Like,
Yeah.
we move, we're like, it's like a sort of like productivity in my family that is like similar to restlessness.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
people in my family that are retired that don't really have to work, but they just do it every day because they don't want to. They can't sit still.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna go hard, but I'm also gonna rest hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be aggressive, but I'm also going to give my time self to I'm gonna give myself time to recover.
Yeah.
So I take a hot bath every day with the Epsom salt. I stretch. I watch movies. I relax. I got friends I talk to and chop it up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of de-stressors in my life that allow me to have some sort of balance when it comes to just like staying in the studio all night. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Having a booked schedule like throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be exhausted. I'm not gonna lie. I be really, really like tired a
Yeah.
lot of the
I bet.
times. But I also make sure that I try to rest. And I do have a tough time, like, cause I wake up early in the morning. Like, my body just does it.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I do have a tough time getting rest. But I try to rest even when I'm awake. I think I get most of my rest when I'm awake.
Yeah. And some of those things you listed are ways you rest while
Yep,
you're
the
up.
hot baths, the talks with people that I actually want to talk to, and not people that I don't
Right.
want to talk to. Like, those things definitely like help me relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that note, you want to talk about why we're here at this court? Because we know
Oh
you like to
yeah.
come here and shoot.
This is where I come every day now.
What is this space for you?
Uh, when I was a kid, I always wanted to hoop, and I was very like unconventional in the style that I would play
Yeah.
basketball. I was a lot better at street ball outdoor sessions
Uh-huh.
rather than indoor with the whistle and the jerseys and all that stuff. Like, the structure kind of intimidated me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I always loved basketball. Like, and it's really not even about basketball why I come here every day. I just know that if I do something every day and I'm consistent with it, a lot of times you'll be surprised like how good you'll get at it.
Yeah.
People think like he just, you know what I'm saying, he makes music because like he's just him, like only he could do something like this, he's special. And it's like, yeah, I'm special, but I also been doing this consistently for a
Yeah.
long time. So when you do anything consistently for a long time, you get good at it, and it just helps me clear my mind and like, it helps me clear my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just meditative for me. I'm not out here trying to be in the NBA. I just
Right.
I just like to shoot the ball and see it go in, and
Yeah.
it feels good.
Just a healthy practice.
It's just a meditative practice for me, for real. And then when I get on the court, you know what I'm saying, I like to dog people out. You know what I'm saying? And then I just like that. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. So it's just a win-win situation. I'm gonna clear my mind, and then when it's time to compete, I could dog somebody out. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Do some funny stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say it's the same for like doing push-ups?
Yeah, push-ups, all of that stuff, like anything, like writing songs, like it's just a practice. Like you have to repeat things over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not a punishment to go through the same thing over and over again. If anything, you just sharpening your sword, getting ready. You know what I'm saying, and refining yourself. So
Yeah.
you just go over it over and over again, and it's like a madness that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Yeah.
gonna be crazy, you're gonna get crazy, you're gonna be
Right.
delusional. It's gonna be wild. You're gonna be like you're gonna be because you're doing the same thing over and over again. When you're running on the treadmill, it's just you're not even going nowhere, but you're still running. Like that take a special type of insanity to
Yeah.
continue to practice the same thing over and over again. But you're building a habit, and you got a long term. You're not. It's not short sighted. You have a long term vision in mind. So you just keep doing stuff over and over again. You get good at it. Same thing with smoking and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been rolling blunts since you was 16, you're gonna roll some perfectly nice blunts. You're gonna be good at it. If you've been drinking since you was 15 and 20, you're gonna know how to do it well. Anything that you do over and over again, you're gonna be good at it. So
Yeah.
as many bad habits as I have developed, you know what I'm saying, in my lifetime, I just try to, develop some good habits, and it just
Yeah.
takes repetition.
You should be proud, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, all it takes is one step in the right direction. It does.
yeah.
That's a great impact. Some
Yeah.
things you wouldn't even see. It's like planting the seed. You don't see the fruit yet, and it takes time. Just watering it.
Yeah, but it's like, keep taking that step and don't look down. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
get step. Don't even like, I don't think about, like, I do count the shots, but it's not about count. It's really good to lose count and just do it. It's good to just keep going, and then you look up like, wow,
Right.
I just walked 3 miles. I just ran 5 miles. Like,
Man.
and you're not thinking about it. It's better when you don't look at the clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think more importantly, just don't count the steps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like lose track and just keep going. And then, every once in a while, look up and like, wow, and then just zone out and do it again.
Yeah. Now, he's saying this from somebody who actually is in the experience and consistent with that. But I mentioned the push-ups also because he's very like inspirational for me personally, I'll tell you that. But like he's always posting that he does like 100 shots playing basketball and then he does 100 push-ups. And it's like seeing that consistency and knowing it's possible, it's just like it's different. When you're in it, I get what you mean, I count it, but when you actually put the results, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
like you can really get to that point.
Yeah.
So.
I like to share. I like to show off.
Okay.
I like to show off a little bit of vanity, but also it's like it is inspiring, and I've seen it encourage people to take action.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I've encouraged people to take action that was detrimental. So it's good to encourage people to take
Right.
positive action. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay. Now I want to take a break because I know I have some other questions.
Can you give me real quick? I'm just gonna get a rundown of the project real quick.
Yeah.
All right, we still rolling, right? Yeah, man. All right, my name is Don Ali. I got a project coming out, Slumdog Millionaire. Mean a lot to me, really. You gotta be balanced. If you saw the corners video, the first thing I say is I cut some corners. I learned how to finesse the system and keep my morals. It just takes a lot of balance. That's what the project is about, Slumdog Millionaire. It's not really about the movie, but I watched the movie and the movie is good. But it's just like, like really being in the trenches. It involves not caring about how you look. It doesn't matter if you shoot the shot and it looks good. You just keep shooting the shot. Like you just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? The millionaire side is just strategy. You know what I'm saying? Having tact and understanding that technique is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can freestyle it as much as you want, but when you incorporate technique, it takes you to the next level. So it's really just that balance there. You know what I'm saying? I really value just I really value hunger. You know what I'm saying? I really value just pushing yourself, like past what you think your limit is. You know what I'm saying? And then doing it over again. But I also value like the skill that it takes to focus and to make a play and set things up. So that's what it is, man. Slumdog Millionaire coming to you soon. It's Don Ali. No matter who watching, no matter who listening, nobody ever really dies. Check out the merch, you know what I'm saying? No matter who watching, no matter who listening. Yeah, I just had to do that real quick, you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Just
I
like a little,
I got a question.
yeah.
On that note, your mantra, how did
Mhm.
that originate, and what does that mean to you?
My mantra, so I when I was making like my project, I remember when no one was listening. That was when I first started freestyling and recording it, and then dropping my recorded freestyles as songs. Um, and when I was doing that, I was noticing that there were things that I wanted to continue to say. Before that, I kind of was just making the music, and it was cool. But like when I started to realize what I wanted to repeat, the things that I wanted to repeat over, we talk about repetition, like I
Right.
wanted to repeat certain sayings. So that's when I started incorporating mantras into my music. And then I always thought having like some sort of catchphrase was like real corny, real gimmicky, real trendy type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But then again, sometimes we just be too cool for ourselves.
Yes.
And you know, no matter who's watching, no matter who's listening, that's one of
Yeah.
the things that I said to encourage myself to be myself, no matter who's around me at any time. Because you know, even when I record my shots, like when I go set it up on Instagram and I take the video,
Yeah.
man, people don't even be seeing my highlights because when I record myself, it's different. It's like I'm aware
Right.
that I'm being watched, even though
Yeah.
nobody's right there. So I'm just different, opposed to when nobody's watching. So my
That's
goal
real.
is to really just, you know, move like nobody's watching, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's listening. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Nobody ever really dies is something that I, you know, started saying because of, you know, my experience with overdosing and just realizing like there's something that happens after this, you know what I'm saying? Like what I thought death was is not what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I say nobody ever really dies because, you know, people, you know, I would like to live like I'm gonna be here forever and not like I'm gonna like it'll be over.
Right.
If I think it's gonna be over, I'll maybe one day I'm like whatever.
Right.
It doesn't
YOLO.
matter.
Mhm.
It's gonna be over anyway.
Exactly.
So I just nobody ever really dies. This is forever. I live my life like it's forever. Get money and stay positive is just Slumdog Millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Get money and stay positive. You know what I'm saying? The dog is just he's always got his tongue out. He's always ready to fetch. He always ready to run. You know what I'm saying? And
For
get
real.
money is something that like I never really getting money was difficult for me for a long time because like it was built into my psyche that was like a difficult thing to do. And I just had to really like change that. So that's something that I say to just like let myself know that, you know, just because you come from a certain type of mentality or mindset or, you know, genetic disposition, whatever it is, like you could change that and you could just be you could be different, you know what I'm saying? Like you could change your mind about something and then you could create a new reality. So
Yeah.
no matter who's watching, no matter who's listening, nobody ever really dies. Get money and stay positive.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Um. What ways do you help yourself, or did you help yourself break out of that belief
That money was
that?
hard.
Yeah.
I did shit that I didn't want to do. I took some corporate gigs, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I admitted to myself that I want gold, I want money, I'm gonna have fronts in my mouth. You're gonna see me in the middle of the desert on a bunch of dirt bikes. Like I'm gonna
Eee.
do stuff. I'm gonna get sneakers. I never bought a pair of Jordans before. Like I'm probably not gonna buy a pair of Jordans, but I love New Balance and Air Max. I'm gonna get a New Balance sponsor. Like there's just materialistic things that I have to admit that I care about. Like I do like it, and even though I'm a deep spiritually, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
person, I'm still also flesh too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I still also want things, you know what I'm saying? Things that I can't take with me after I leave this dimension.
Yeah.
So that's just something I had to, once I admitted that truth to myself, like it allowed me to walk in the truth more. And you're just like, okay, like I want it, I'm gonna get it. It's not really an issue. And I started to do that stuff. Like I bought these shoes, you know what I'm saying? They used to look a lot nicer, but I started buying things that I always really wanted. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yes.
And it really wasn't about what I bought. It was just about my dreams, you know what I'm saying? My visions. Like I envisioned that I would have this. I envisioned that I would just I wanna go rent a car and drive a few states away. Like
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do it. And then when you do it, it's like, wow, I just envisioned that. It's about making your visions come true. So that helped me realize it, you know, because it's not about money. It's not about
Yeah.
paper. It's about it's about making things come true.
Yes.
You know, it's then bringing things into your reality.
Yeah. I would actually like to tap into spirit real quick. Um, there was also another lyric that you had, and you were like, people look up. I'm not saying it verbatim, but it was like, people look up and I look within. What's,
You look to the sky. I
yeah,
look. I
yeah.
looked. Yeah, I was like basically saying. I don't remember the exact lyric myself.
Very fun.
Cause I can't. I don't remember what song, but I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
I was just basically saying, things are interpreted in a lot of different ways. The Bible, the Quran,
Yeah.
we got all these different versions of things. We have different interpretations and stuff. But I feel like I just gravitate to people that look to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's nothing greater than you, but those are the most accountable people that I know, the people that look within. A lot of times the people that look up, like, why God? Why? Why me? Like people like or thank you, I hope or can I get like, people that look up or look it's not even about up, it's just you're looking outward, you're looking external like they a lot of times those people aren't really that accountable, you know what I'm saying? They aren't really that powerful, because like they're looking to get their power from something outside of themselves. So I just I like to look at myself before I look at somebody else, for my answers.
Yeah. Okay. What's your relationship like with God as you look within?
As I look within,
Yeah. Now, I know He is within, but like, what's the relationship like as you look within to yourself? It's like a mirror. Like, how does that?
I
What's
don't
your
know how to answer
process?
that.
Yeah. Let me think of how to reword that question.
I would say that I went to a private school most of my life. Like pretty much all my life, I was in religious settings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing, Jesus up there, like on
Yeah.
that type of I was in those places, and I was in, I was in a religious environment like
Yeah.
for a large time. Me and my mom, we used to go to church a lot, but eventually we stopped. She didn't like certain politics around, the church.
Mm-hmm.
So we just stopped going to church, which I didn't have no complaints about. It was long. But yeah, like I always was around that, but I didn't really start embodying and like making it a part of my everyday until tragedy started taking place, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like start I didn't really start talking to God for real until like bad things like started happening in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's not so much true, but just intentionally like knowing like this is what I'm doing. Like, hold on, give me a second. I need to go get right with God. Like I didn't start doing that until like after I overdosed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like that
That's
was
real.
that was really a time when I really like my I just started to take it way more seriously after that.
Yeah.
Then I started looking at my friends, and I noticed like none of my friends really believed in God for real. Like, I mean, and I don't even, and you know what I realized
Yeah. I'm gonna
too?
take a seat.
I realized that it wasn't even that they didn't believe in God. It was just that like they didn't know what to call it, and everything that people told them that it was, they just didn't believe it. They're like, man, they didn't, wherever there was the information was coming from. So I started thinking about that. I started like realizing like what doubt is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That what confusion is. You know what I'm saying? And what clarity is, and and what peace of mind is. Something
Yeah.
that I always was taught and valued. So it was like all of these things that I just basically started realizing in my life, like that is this.
Yeah.
I've been doing this the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been making music since I was 9 years old. I've been talking to God this whole time, but I didn't really start getting super intentional until like my 20s.
Yeah. I feel like it's so real for a lot of us. Our testimonies in terms of finding God, it tends to be when we're in hell. Like, that's when light is able to come in because we're like at the end of things, at the end of ourselves, and we just don't want it anymore. And then, like, I think even in terms of repeating behaviors, we tend to be insane anyway. Like, whether we're practicing positive behavior or negative, it's a reason for why we do the things we do.
Yeah.
But we tend to be, we're like habitual creatures. And we also are made to praise and worship, I believe. So naturally, whatever we're gravitating towards, I think we tend to serve it in this way. So it gets to a point where it's just like, dang, these things are not serving me. And a lot of people die to themselves, and then, God is able to come in, and it's like light starts to make its way into darkness, and then, you
Yeah.
accept the transition and start to transform. And I feel like I hear that a lot through your music too, which is also why it's inspirational, because I hear from those places I used to be in my own life and how I can relate. And I just see where you're at today, and I'm like, wow, like God's real.
It's crazy, man. If you would have seen me, like, if you would have seen me, like, 10 years ago,
Hmm.
you would cross the street. He was like, I got to cross the street on this dude. He looked like, I don't know, like, like, it used to be really embarrassing. Like, that picture, that picture that, you asked me if it was a mugshot. It's not a mugshot. It's
Oh,
just my
yeah.
license. It's just my license.
Yeah,
It's just
it
a
was
regular.
just because you look serious. That's all.
I also look traumatized. My hair was
Yeah.
like, I was pulling my hair out. All types of stuff was
Really?
going on. You just really will look different when you're living in a certain way.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You come out here, you shoot some shots every day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Do some push-ups, get you some watermelon, hydrate, fruit. Like, you
yeah.
do that consistently, you're gonna start to look different.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? You pop a pill. You know what I'm saying? You listen to drill music, and you know what I'm saying? You do certain things. Smoking Newports and Black and Milds like it's
Oh,
nothing.
man.
I used to smoke a Black and Mild and in under 5 minutes, no cap.
Hmm.
Like just like easy. We went down from like the time it would take for me to walk to this pole to that pole, like you know what I'm saying? Like at a certain pace, I
Wow.
could finish the whole Black and Mild. But
Wow.
like you just look different when you do different things.
Yeah,
So
you do.
yeah, your
Yeah.
body changes. You
Yes.
look different when you hang around certain types of people.
Man, if you saw me 10 years ago, the way I look now, please, no. The hair was gone.
It's funny because like when you look at somebody, you could tell like, oh, you look like something. Like you look like you put this together. Like you took time to like cultivate what I'm looking at. And I feel like that way about myself. But
Yeah.
like it also takes time to destroy yourself.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like one's quicker than the other, though. Like death, I feel like it creeps up on you real quick. Life takes time. Like you can easily, for example, you can easily kill a plant. But in
Hmm.
order to grow a plant, it takes time. Like there's a process with that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be immediate. And it's a lot of things you have to go through. Pruning, it's a lot within like growing something.
Time moves slower when you're actually like when you actually have to have the discipline to like build something.
Mm. Oh,
Time moves really
yes.
fast when you're like just in the front of the war,
Wow.
just swinging your sword and you just like trying to murk something. Like
Yeah.
time moves real fast when you're
Yeah.
in the state of destruction.
Oh my God, that's so real.
When you gotta sit still and put something together, it's like it's gonna feel like this plant's taking forever to grow. Oh my God! But
Right.
like it just time moves differently. Time's not real.
And you know what's crazy about that? As I personally came to know God, that's when I became like aware of eternal life. And it is like time does slow down and things take longer. But it's like even when we're talking about plants, like there's a certain abundance that comes from that. And like I just remember how quickly I was living when I was like in death in hell. And I even looked older than like how old I am now.
Yeah.
Like when I was like
Yeah,
17,
yeah, me too.
16, people thought I was 25. And now people are like, are you 18? Like how, 19? I'm
Yeah.
like, guys,
That's
stop
funny.
it."
That is funny.
Yeah, but that's real though. It's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have such an appreciation for your journey.
I
Like
appreciate it. Thank you.
just me sharing gratitude. I shared with him like the first time that I met him, I don't even think we had a conversation yet when we spoke that day, but like I immediately knew, like I immediately saw light in you because I saw myself in you, but there's a lot of things I'm afraid of in terms of power. And I've seen how you're able to just express freely, and it's such a blessing to see people just be able to move in that, and to see a version of myself on the other side in another person like that. I pray to be able to get to certain points in my life, but it was a moment that he opened his mouth, was just freestyling. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God. And then like the certain words you would use, like it just resonated with the language God was using with me at the time. And I'm like, I just knew you were something special. But like
Man,
you embody light, love, truth. Like I'm really grateful to know you. Seriously.
I'm telling you, like, it gets spooky.
Yeah.
It gets spooky. Like when you like in some sort of like when you start listening, you start noticing stuff. As your awareness increases, it gets spooky.
Yeah.
That's all I'm really gonna say. You're gonna see stuff you couldn't see before. So I definitely understand just, being afraid of your own greatness. Like
Yeah.
it gets spooky.
Well, I don't know if that's helpful or
I'm just saying it's not bad. It's not bad. You're just gonna see stuff that
Mm,
you couldn't see before. It's gonna get spooky, but like you gotta keep going.
okay.
Because like you're just being given the opportunity to you know what I'm saying, to have you're given more responsibility, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna become stronger because people are afraid of different things, and some people are afraid of like, physical stuff, and then some people who are afraid of the physical stuff, they don't even have the insight to see the other stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like as you start to, train yourself, you start to listen, you start to, just develop more discipline and applying what you learn, like
Yeah.
it's just going to get you're gonna be afraid, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You could say you're nervous, but you could also say you're excited. Both are be
I've been
true.
saying that lately, yeah.
Yeah, you're just excited.
And it does bring on another feeling. Like I'm actually more willing to go into whatever I'm afraid of or nervous to do.
Mhm.
I feel that a lot at work. Like, and I feel like, well, not to talk about myself so much, but like, I feel like we go through different seasons and there's different training that we have to go through in these seasons that like bring us more into who we are. And like, most of us don't want to be at work, but like when we pray for certain positions in life, God will bring it to us. And it's like, there's steps before all of it becomes like a whole vision.
Mhm.
So like I'm experiencing like my fear of speaking and like being heard at work, being in
Mhm.
meetings, like I'm in this position of leadership. It's like, oh my God, like it's
Yeah.
speaking to who I am, but like I know it's training ground before I'm actually like moving in totality the way that God has made me to move. And maybe that's the wrong way to think about it. Maybe I'm already moving that way. Cause
Yeah. I mean, I also make it a point not to take myself too seriously
mm, okay,
because and it comes to just being like fluid. Humor is so important. I you know what I'm saying? Not I cut some corners, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to finesse the system. Like when you're in the system, like the system is very serious. Like it's very structured in a way that can be intimidating towards you, but like
right.
it's all a game. And then
Mm-hmm.
you're in the system and then you realize like, oh wow, like this CEO person, they don't even really have any emotional intelligence at all. They're just effective and they're very slow to question themselves. So they're good at
Yeah,
this job, but like it's just a game. Like you ever seen Spy Kids, the
I
game
have, yes.
version?
Uh-huh.
Go watch that movie again. Like they thought they were like, oh, you're the guy, and he was like, yes, I'm the guy. But he just had all the GTA cheat codes in the game. Like it was just a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's just a game. So I just try to keep that playfulness in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
anytime people get serious, they start overthinking stuff, and I've been an overthinker.
yeah,
And I just would much rather just be somebody that just has a lot of experience. And in order to have a lot of experience, you have to do a lot. And
yeah,
in order
you
to do a
do.
lot, you got to get it done. And in order to get it done, you got to commit to
You do.
just doing it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So instead of like overthinking it, I just rather just like, it's just a game. I'm just playing. Like
Hmm.
I'm negotiating people's contracts and, I'm doing real estate and whatever. You know what I'm saying? People like it's people. Some be like it could seem like a serious thing,
Yeah.
you know, but it's actually just a joke.
Okay. So now I have a question for you on that note. If we think of things like a game, based on where you've come from and where you're at now, what do you feel like is next for you? And it could be in terms of your next project or in terms of where you're at in life, whatever you want to share, whatever comes to mind.
Bigger tests, bigger tests, bigger tests. More money, more women, more problems,
Oh, Lord.
more, more traveling, more opportunities,
Hmm.
more money. Like That's
More life.
that's what I'm trying to prepare myself for. That's why I was like, as we were talking earlier, I'm like, I don't want Uber Eats. I don't want it. I don't want any of that. I don't want the Apple bills. I don't want none of that. I don't want any of that. I don't want none of. I don't. I want to cut it all, like, cause I want to be prepared when I do step into what's next. And so I just feel like in terms of what's next is just a tour around the world,
Yeah.
that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You feel like you're ready?
I was born ready.
Okay.
Anytime somebody asks me if I was ready, I tell them I was born ready.
Yes, say that.
Yeah,
Alright,
no,
cool.
I don't even want to think about if I'm ready.
Right. That was a test. That was a test.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about that. I was born ready.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you for just, giving me the platform to speak. I needed this. My name is Don Ali. We got the Slumdog Millionaire show coming up June 25th. If you got your tickets, you're in for a treat. I look forward to seeing y'all. Thank you very much. Don Ali, no matter who watching, no matter who listening, nobody ever really dies. Get money and stay positive.
I get up and go to the gym. Most people wouldn't understand. I fuck with it heavy, I'm still locked in. I'm running the play right now, my twin. Dylan gon' make it make sense. A bouquet of flowers for Kim. Few hundred for a brand new lens. You know we shooting the movie again. Get fly, I don't care if we land. I don't care what no one say. I already know why I made it. I already know why I made it. You don't even know my crazy. Sometimes the bad guy wins. Protecting gon' always defend. But sometimes you gotta play offense. I'm applying that pressure quite often. My engineers don't know me from talking. I be in
Hey.
like I lit it. You can't stick me.
That was good.
Yeah, right.
What was that, like 30, 40 minutes?
Probably. Now you can get some shots of him shooting shots.
To be strung out now, I'm clean.
Getting active.
I'm the breaks versus the pain, but I just might. Higher up, higher up, higher up, higher up. I'm rocking a mask so you can't see me wearing the shades. Even when it's nighttime, sometimes you gonna have to cry to the sheets. When it's my time to shine, it's gonna be the right time. I'm making the rules and breaking the law. I was designed like this, Southpaw, a lot of folks won't agree. Fuck y'all, I'm running these drills in my sleep. You don't need to know what I believe, just watch. She tell me she like what she see. I'm laughing to the bank and when they stay positive, no matter who watch you listening raw.